Perfect.
No, I was gonna say that. It looks exactly like mine earlier. Holy crap! You jumped so high.
Oh my
Rabona.
god.
Instantly silence the crowd.
Bam!
Jeez, look at the curl.
You whipped that thing. That's what my game said to me. Goal.
Oh.
See you.
Oh yeah.
There I go.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
What's the plan? I'm just gonna run.
On ball, and then I'm gonna cross it to you. Oh yeah, this is it. I get a touch, and then that's it. Oh my gosh. Hey.
Sit down. Oh my gosh. That man's family is leaving the stadium right now. I don't even want to be a part of them.
No, don't do it to him. Oh my
I
god.
suck.
Ooh, that's good.
I read that.
Oh wow.
Wow.
There we go.
In there. Oh, what's he gonna do?
Oh, it's gone though.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I was like, I know my header's not gonna make it. That's too far. So I had to go for the bike. Oh my gosh. What's going on, guys? This is Lesky, and as you saw from the clips in the intro, this build that I'm about to show you guys is an absolute monster. It is listed in the striker position, but I built it to be used on the wing. Being in the striker position allows you to get more physical attributes compared to if you were actually listed as a winger. So what that allows you to do, if you're on the new gen version of FIFA, you can get the lengthy accelerate because you have more strength, and that will make you a lot faster, especially being on the wing, running up and down. You can burn the fullback or whoever's trying to mark you and then get a cross off or create some space for yourself and maybe score some goals with this build. On top of that, you are very big, so we're an absolute monster. We have a lot of strength, as I already mentioned, so it's hard to knock you off the ball, and the dribbling stats are still very good, as well as the pace. So looking at this build, again, I said we're a striker, but we're going to be using it more on the wing. That's what this build is more specialized for. And then I went for 6'7". This will make it easier for us to get that lengthy accelerate because going taller gets you more strength. And then the weight I went for 174 pounds. I felt like that was a good balance for this build. Preferred foot, right-footed, but that's really up to you. It's preference. Let's take a look at the perks. On this build, we have some flexibility with the perk page. So for the first perk, I have physical strength, but you could switch it out if you want. This build has, I believe, 94 strength already. So with this perk on, it'll probably max it out to 99. But the main reason I have it is I believe the jumping is only like 80. So it'll bump up the jumping as well. And being 6'7", you could be very deadly with this build, making runs back post as a winger. You can get a lot of header goals with this build. And then it'll also increase the ball control. But you could switch it out for really a lot of things. Skill dribbler would be good. Or the one thing I would suggest is maybe having a shooting perk, because the shooting is decent on this build, but it's not amazing because we put a lot of skill points on physical, dribbling, pace, and passing. So you could go distant shooter, and I think poacher would be a very good option as well. And then the other good one would be first time shot over here if you want a shooting perk on this build. Active first touch is the one perk I would suggest keeping. This will mostly be good for boosting your acceleration and sprint speed, like when running onto a through ball and behind. This build is already very pacey, but it'll just make you even quicker. And being 6'7", it is quite nice to have that extra boost. And then it'll also increase the ball control and grant you the flare trait, but that'll only work on like your first 1 or 2 touches, so keep that in mind. But really, I think this year you can actually do fancy passes without the flare trait, so the flare trait really isn't as important this year in pro clubs. And for the last perk, I have pinpoint cross. I got a ton of assists using this build. We had another 6'7" dude on our team using the 6'7" center forward build that I posted on my channel. Go ahead and check that one out if you haven't already. It's an absolute beast, and you can score some easy goals. And I was just running down the line and using the crossing on this build. We have some good crossing upgrades on this build, but the pinpoint cross it will make it even better, especially because of the early cross trait it gives you and the swerve. It'll add a lot of curve and bend to your crosses and lead the player you're trying to cross it to perfectly. And it'll give you a 5-star weak foot ability. But if you want, you could switch out pinpoint cross again for one of the shooting perks, skill dribbler, tireless runner if you like that, or maybe even a passing perk. Threaded pass would be good, precision pass. You really have a lot of options with a build like this. So let's take a look at the skill tree. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that this build is very good on the new gen version of FIFA because you can get that lengthy accelerate running style. So in order to get that, we really need to bump up the strength. So I have 94 strength on this build, and we're just gonna max it out and go all the way down to the bull archetype. And that'll also get us 83 aggression. And then make sure to get this second section right here to get the +3 reactions. And then on the right side is basically the same thing. We're just gonna go all the way down to the acrobat archetype, really just for the stamina upgrades, and it'll also upgrade the jumping a bit too. And then make sure to get the second part for this +4 reactions, and that'll bump the reactions up to 92 with 87 stamina and then 80 jumping. And that's, like I said, the reason why I have physical strength on this build, to bump the jumping up more. And then it also maxes out that 94 strength to 99. So that'll lead us to dribbling. And because this build has 94 strength, we're able to get 80 agility. And that's the max agility we can get on this build if we still want the lengthy accelerate running style, because you have to have 14 or more strength than agility on your build. So this is exactly 14. 94 minus 80 is 14. So we're perfectly lengthy on this build. And you're going to need the dribbling page basically exactly like this, or just don't get more agility than I have. So over here, I have everything except for this one agility right here. I got this bottom left agility because it'll give you +3 and get you to 80, and that just makes it look nice. Having 80 agility as a 6'7" build is pretty cool. We get the Maestro archetype, get the skills, and then make sure to get this dribbling right here. And then on the right side, we're going to get the Lynx archetype, which will upgrade our balance. Make sure to get the second part right there, and we'll have 87 balance on this build as a 6'7" winger, striker, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty freaking good, especially taking into account that we have 94 strength on this build. And then I went for the 5-star skills. You don't have to. You can take off the 5-star skills. If you're not going to use 5-star skills, don't go for it. If you just want 4-star, then just take them off, and then you have 5 skill points you could put somewhere else. You could put it on ball control, upgrade that more, upgrade the dribbling more. Don't upgrade the agility if you're on the new gen version of the game, because that will make it controlled. It won't be lengthy anymore, so make sure not to do that. But you can really use these skill points anywhere, and I would probably suggest putting them on the shooting page if you are going to put them anywhere. So let's go to passing now. Because this build is in the striker position, but we want to use it on the wing, we needed to upgrade the passing a good amount because strikers just don't have that great of passing to start out. If I take everything off, you'll see that it's all in the 70s. Not amazing, especially if you're going to be playing as a winger. So over here on the left side, you're going to go all the way down to the artist archetype, and we're going to get a good amount of upgrades. And then make sure to get this second part for this +3 vision. And then the last thing on the left side is this +4 curve for 3 skill points to get that to 85. And then on the right side, we're going to just upgrade the short pass a little bit. Same with the long pass. And then the last thing is this +2 vision. So we'll have 85 vision, and the through balls on this build are very nice because of the 85 vision. That's what will make the through balls better. Long pass and short pass, I really didn't mind that it's not that great. Again, the through balls are very good, and then when you're crossing the ball, 85 crossing is good, and then you have the crossing perk making that even better. So the 85 curve helps with all your passes, and then it'll even help with like shots, like outside the foot shots and finesse shots, all that kind of stuff. But if you want, you could put the precision pass perk on to upgrade the short pass and long pass more. That could be a good option if you didn't want to go for the crossing perk or physical strength. precision pass could actually be pretty good because the long pass and short pass stats are pretty low. But again, I really didn't notice that they were only mid 70s. I decided not to go for the 5-star weak foot on this build. I only have a 4-star, but if you want, there is some alternatives that you could get the 5-star weak foot on this build. But for now, I just have this shot power plus 5 shot power to bump it up to 87, which is actually pretty good. Got the weak foot upgrade, and then on the right, I went for this heading accuracy, plus 9 heading. It's pretty nice having good heading, especially being 6'7". You should get a lot of chances scoring headers with this build. And then I just went for this plus 3 finishing, and then I just got 1 extra skill point really left on the build, so I decided to put it on this extra finishing right here. But you also could put it on long shots, free kick accuracy, penalties if you want. But I put it to this 86 finishing right here. And the shooting stats really aren't amazing, but remember, this build isn't actually going to be used in the striker position. You want to use it more as a left mid, right mid, left wing, right wing type position rather than like just a sole striker, because the shooting stats aren't amazing. But again, if you want, you could put like the poacher perk on and it would upgrade all these shooting stats in the box. Or you could put like first time shot on, distant shooter if you want to upgrade some of the shooting on this build. And for the people that don't want 5-star skills on this build, you just want to rock 4-star, what you could do with those 5 extra skill points actually is just get the 5-star weak foot. That's kind of a like for like substitution. Just swap the skill moves out for the weak foot, and then you'll have 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and you'll be good to go. And then for the people that want the 5-star, you could possibly take off like some passing, like maybe curve or vision on the passing page in order to get the 5-star weak foot and the 5-star skills on this build. As I said, this build is very pacey. Even though we are 6'7", 174 pounds, we are absolutely rapid. Went for the max pace, so we have a ton of skill points here, but 85 acceleration and 91 sprint speed is very fast for a 6'7" build. And keep in mind that we have the lengthy accelerate running style, which just makes you actually like plus 10 pace faster. I'm not actually saying that's true, but it's what it feels like. You're a lot faster than what these pace stats actually say. And then you're so strong. And remember that we have the active first touch perk on this build. So when you get like through balls played in behind you, the acceleration and sprint speed will get upgraded a little bit for a short duration. And that'll even work for like when you get a ball played to your feet and you like dribble or sprint out of that, or like make a one-time pass and then try and make a run in behind. It'll kind of kick in for a short duration there too. So active first touch really does help with this build, and it's a lot faster than what the pace says here, but this is still very fast considering that you are 6'7". So give this build a try. It's a lot of fun to use on the wing. You can surprise your opponent, get a ton of assists and goals with this build. One of my favorite builds to use so far, so definitely give it a try and let me know what you think of it in the comments. Hit that like button on this video for me, and then hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already. As always, y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.